Oh, that doesn't work. There we go. I'm going in and out of sun so much that I can't set the iris to one setting. It's just gonna have to fluctuate. I'm cold. It's cold today. Very chilly, Willie. I mean, it's nippy. I got on long sleeve, like a sweat jacket, but I got shorts on. So today I'm just gonna go for a quick cup of coffee. That's it, coffee, because the two boys are taking their kind of like their end of the year test today for homeschool. So it's gonna be a few hours. And we have to sit with them, like we'll separate them, different parts of the house. I'll sit with one, my wife will sit with the other, and then we'll change maybe. So I think I'll spend my time editing some videos that I guess for this week to put on YouTube. That's probably all I'll do. I could work on my novel, but I don't think I will. I made breakfast for the family this morning like I always do, 6 days a week. I enjoy that. I love doing that. I love making the breakfast, coordinating everything, what goes with what, trying to get everything to finish at the same time, complete at the same time. Wow, I don't like that. It washed away. Very bright on my face. Like I have to dry it like this or something. But now I'm going to go out and get a cup of coffee. The leaves are already starting to fall. I mean, they're like all over our yard. There's still a lot of color though. I'll show you some of the color. Look at that. See? There's some color out there. But it's kind of starting to get brown a little bit. I don't know. Like I said, when the leaves are off the trees, I said it before, that's like the beginning of the time of the year that I don't really care for. Everything looks stagnant and dead, and it's cold. Yeah. Springtime is my favorite time of the year. The only good thing about winter time is the snakes go underground or in their little holes, whatever they do. But you don't see snakes. That's a positive. Because anytime you wander around in my yard, like in the back, in the big, the brush, if you want to clear out a trail or something or do some work down there, you always have to have in the back of your mind that you can come across a rattlesnake or a copperhead, and they can inflict some serious pain on you. I'm not into pain. One window is probably open. Both of them. I was wondering where all that cold air was coming from. Felt like I had the air conditioner on. Anyway, I'll see you at the store with my hot, steamy cup of coffee. Probably won't be steaming, but it'll be hot. The simple pleasure of pretty good convenience store coffee, I have to say. I was going to get in the back of my van today, go somewhere like to a park and maybe make some coffee, but I don't know. I can't really stay out a long time today because I have to get back and the kids will start their school around noon, their test. So, I used to listen to country music all the time. Before I became a real Christian, I really accepted Jesus as my Savior and all that. And then I switched to Christian music. But, sitting in my car one day when I switched, I was listening to one of the local Christian stations, and they challenged you to not listen to any other music for like 30 days, nothing but Christian music, and the talk shows like in the morning, things like that. So I did it, and it literally changed my life in 30 days. It was amazing. I accepted Christ there in I think it was like a 2003 Mercedes Benz I used to have, like this old Mercedes. Nice looking car, but it was older. And it changed my life, and that's what I listen to primarily now. Every now and then I'll get on a kick and listen to a specific singer like Bob Seger or Jimmy Buffett or Alan Jackson, Toby Keith, but mostly Christian. And my wife and I were in Pizza Hut last night. The kids had some things to do with the youth group at church, so we went to Pizza Hut. And one of the first songs that came on was Merle Haggard. And I like Merle Haggard. I saw Merle Haggard, Conway Twitty, and Waylon Jennings together in concert many, many, many moons ago, many, many decades ago. I think it was probably in the late 80s. And I'll never swim Kern River again. Yeah, I love Merle Haggard. But this was the song that starts out something like, I wish a dollar was still silver. I wish Coke was still cola and a joint was someplace bad to be. Are the good times really over? That song. And I like that song. I love that song. So I actually I couldn't hear it as good as I wanted, so I looked it up on YouTube and listened to it again in the car, a few minutes later. But yeah, it just made me think about all the country artists that I've seen, during my lifetime. And of course, I cannot recount them all. I've seen many. I've seen the three that I just mentioned. I've seen George Jones probably 6 or 7 times in concert because he was like one of my favorite. Yeah, I love George Jones. I've seen Alabama. They were with John Snyder, so I saw John Snyder. I've seen Mark Chestnut. I've seen Alan Jackson twice. I've seen Randy Travis. I've seen Martina McBride. I've seen Tanya Tucker. I've seen Barbara Mandrell. I mean, I can get that out, but anyway. I've seen Holly Dunn. Daddy's Hands, I think, was a big song of hers, I believe. I've seen Johnny Cash. I've seen so many country music. Who's that guy that sings the song, I'll leave this world loving you? Oh, Randy Van Shelton. I've seen Randy Van Shelton. Gosh, there's so many. I mean, I've seen just so many country music. The Statler Brothers, the Oak Ridge Boys. One that I wish that I could have seen, but I did not see, was Keith Whitley. He was like my favorite singer when he died back in, '89, I want to say, somewhere around that time, maybe. I don't know. I think it was around '89. Who else have I seen? I mean, I went, that was kind of like later in my life. I mean, I went other concerts. I've seen Alice Cooper. I've seen Molly Hatchet. I've seen Little River Band. I've seen Chicago. I've seen Air Supply, Sweet, Paul McCartney, Ringo Starr, not together, separately. So I've seen, Paul McCartney was with Wings when I saw him in Tampa Stadium, and that was also around 1989. But I've seen a lot of concerts, a lot of singers. But now, like I said, I primarily listen to Christian music. And now, wow, I love Mercy Me. I really do. But Big Daddy Weave, whew, man, I have to say I probably like him more now than I do Mercy Me. I did like Mercy Me because, we've seen Mercy Me, we've seen Big Daddy Weave, I think 3 times. We love Big Daddy Weave. And then we've seen some, other Christian artists that were with them at the time, like, Newsboys. And a lot of ones coming up. Jeremy Camp. I've seen Jeremy Camp. I like Jeremy Camp a lot. But anyway, getting back to country, I know there's probably a dozen more that I've seen, but I just can't think of the names because back in the late 80s, the 90s, there were singers that were big back then, but they're not now, like Dwight Yoakam, which I don't think I've seen Dwight Yoakam. I like Dwight Yoakam. Oh yeah, I like Dwight Yoakam. Yeah. I don't think I saw Lyle Lovett either. But anyway, I'm having coffee today. And it's just so good. This cold weather makes the coffee that much better. I'm going to start working on the back of my van too. I got so many things to do this van. So I want to, like I said, I got the pinstripes off the back. I showed you in a prior video. I got the pinstripes off. I'm going to do a little Bondo work back there and a little primer, maybe paint it. I don't know. It's not going to be a good ass paint job as it would be if I took it to a professional, but that's okay. But I also want to do work on the inside. I want to put some little cabinets back there and stuff like that. So I got the green light to do it now, so I'm going to eventually do that. I was going to go out to the park today and walk, but that didn't work out. Like I said, I don't really have enough time to do that. So I want to kind of, I say stay close, but this is actually as far away from my house as the park is. It's just a different direction. But to be honest, I also felt like being around the hustle and bustle of cars driving around and people and everything like that as opposed to being in the park with maybe 3 or 4 other people mulling around or whatever. I just felt like being around more liveliness. And of course, this is my favorite spot. It's cold. Anyway, I really don't have a whole lot to talk about today. Had a good weekend. good weekend, good day at church. This weekend, both boys had a good time at the youth activities on Sunday night. On Saturday, what did we do on Saturday? I don't remember too much. Oh, that's right. I went and liquidated some of my my stuff on eBay. I think I may have told you in a prior video that I'm kind of switching it up. I eliminated like over 300 things off eBay that was not small and easy to ship. Like I want to focus on jewelry, number one, and then number two, maybe caps and t-shirts. And then primarily that's it. But I did leave a few ornaments, like Christmas ornaments on, since it is getting close to that season, and they will sell better than they would, elsewhere, like on the marketplace. Nobody's going to buy a Christmas ornament, and I'm not willing to meet somebody for a $5, $10 ornament. It's just not worth it. But anyway, we went to the to the market this weekend, and I sold some nice jewelry and different things, and we did pretty good. We did over a couple grand this weekend, so I liquidated a lot of things, and that's about it. I mean, not much is going on, so I guess I'll head on out. What I'm going to do actually is I got me a snack. Yes, a very unhealthy snack and a cup of coffee. But I had a good breakfast. I fixed breakfast for the family this morning, and we ate together as we do 6 days a week. We do on Sunday too, but it's a different setup. We don't cook. We basically have bread and crackers and cheese and grapes and things like that on Sunday morning. Easy, like finger food. Whereas 6 days a week I cook. So, like today we had hash browns, we had boiled eggs, we had bacon, cheese on the hash browns. We had grapes, a handful of grapes each, and a biscuit, fresh biscuit with butter, or whatever you want to put on it, peanut butter and jelly, whatever. So, that's what we had like this morning. Tomorrow it'll be something different. Anyway, I'm going to go. God loves you. God bless you. I hope you're reading the 91st Psalm and putting yourself in the protection of God's angels and just His Word. That's such a beautiful, beautiful Psalm, the 91st Psalm. It's definitely protection. And in the environment we live in, there's a lot of hate right now. There's a lot of division. There's a lot of anger and violence going on, not only in the United States, but in the world. There's a lot of things that's happening that you could question, and you could say it's this or that or the other, but it's so hard to take anything at face value these days. So, but anyway, be safe. Put yourself and your family and your loved ones in the 91st Psalm. He gives His angels charge over me. He gives His angels charge over my wife. He gives His angels charge over my 2 boys. Okay, guys, thanks a lot. Appreciate you joining me. If you haven't subbed yet, please do. Comment if you want. Like, dislike, whatever. Okay, take care. Bye.